This is EA Sports PGA Tour coverage coming up next. Well, every golfer wants to come home, and here we are at the home of golf, the old course at St. Andrews. Rich Lerner alongside Frank Nobilo for EA Sports.
Yeah, and Rich, this is just a wonderful place to play the game. Every player that's ever sort of learnt to swing the golf club, this is the one course they wanted to play. The reason why is because every great this game has ever seen has walked across Swilcan Bridge.
Stepping up to the first tee at such an iconic venue, Frank, what is going through your mind here?
Well, you'd think with such a wide fairway, it would be the easiest fairway to hit. But Swilcan, there's an out of bounds down the right, and then the Swilcan burn runs all the way across from the right-hand side in front of the first green. So really, you want to make sure you have a full shot into this first green. That's an absolute beauty.
Let's see what Martin Kaymer does with this approach shot. This one looks like it's headed right for the middle of the dance floor, Frank.
Rather nice shot, I would say.
Just a beautiful approach shot. Jordan Spieth ready for his second shot. And getting ready for the putt. Well, there's an opportunity wasted.
Just knock it in for a par, and let's forget about this one. Golf is not about perfect, but it is going to hurt the cause.
So into red figures at 1 under. Nudge this one home, finish it up. Did the job right there. Trying to get the round off to a good start. Frank, we're at the second hole, and what's ahead?
Well, the ideal tee shot just a little over that gorse bush in front of you, which is down the right side. That's the best angle in, but it also brings in a little bit of trouble. But if that pin is anywhere towards the middle of this double green, then really you want to be coming in from the right side.
Frank, not overly long, but still a pretty good spot and in the fairway.
Yeah, that's in that 280 mark. You know, this is not heading in the right direction.
No, it looks like it's going to be in the rough.
Oh, that's off the beaten track. You've got 5 minutes to find it. Remember, out of the rough. Expect the ball to jump forward a little bit.
How good was that, Frank, from the rough?
Oh, that's amazing. That's a master class in short game.
Right in the heart of the fairway, green light special. Kaymer for birdie. Oh, I thought he had that. Oh, man.
Just pushed it.
Boy, that hurts.
Even par currently.
-1 in the early going. Locked in on the read and the speed. Stays at 1 under with that par. Frank, talk about the strategy off the tee here at the third.
You can drive the ball pretty close to this green, Rich. It's shorter than the second hole. Just hit it down the right side, but try and avoid those little pot bunkers. What a great shot.
That's a good start to the hole, right down the middle. Frank, this one's headed way right.
And rough trees, all sorts of problems on that right side.
Frank, he is one of the longest hitters in the game, but at some point, you have to hit a fairway.
Yeah, he's certainly not the straightest. I think that was the bit you're going to put in the middle.
About 120 yards to the hole. Another good swing, and it looks like, Frank, another really good shot. Frank, how good was that just to get it on the green?
Well, from that shot there, you would have thought for sure that there was no chance he had of finding the green. That was some shot.
Frank, really good chance from this position to make a birdie.
Yeah, really the only thing he's looking at right now is the flag. This is a green light special. There's no snack though.
Bottom of the barrel, and now the 2 under. He has a 12-footer here. Two under on the day. Frank, the challenge begins to intensify here at the fourth.
Yeah, a bit risky if you try and hit it down the right side. Just about every player I've seen over the years has sort of aired a little bit to the left. That's a safer tee shot, but it does set up a very daunting second.
Just a good solid tee shot right there, about 280 yards. Frank, this one's offline.
There's rough and thick stuff over there.
Frank, better than we thought it was going to be.
Yeah, that looked like it was headed for that thick stuff the whole way, but a little fortunate. But then I guess you're allowed that in this game.
And from the fairway for his second shot here. He's knocked it on the green, but not in a great position. This is a difficult chance coming up here. Long birdie try.
Second shot.
Just want to nestle this one down to within a couple of feet. You've got to be kidding me. That was right on the edge.
I tell you, he wants to do over there.
Been pretty good all day from this distance, just trying to take care of business. Frank, that's not one you're necessarily thinking about making.
No, just a good putt, though. There's no two ways about that. He's putting well.
Could use this, a putt for par. Nice par to remain at 2 under. Clean this up with a tap. Has it, and he's 2 under par. Chance here at the par 5 fifth, Frank, to make a little move early in the round.
Yeah, it's certainly eagles galore. The 5th hole is one of the biggest greens on the golf course, shared with the 13th. So good tee shot, and you have a nice big target, even though it's a blind second shot coming up.
They'll be happy with that. In the fairway, now a good chance to attack this hole. That appeared to be a good strike right there, Frank.
Oh, good. It's just towering. Look at that hanging in the sky.
Second from an excellent lie.
Whoop, this is taken off on a weird line.
And it's going to be in the rough, it looks like.
Well, Mr. Ball does not meet Mr. Fairway. It's off, rough.
Good lie in the fairway, but a good chance to make something happen here. Kaymer cemented his legend all across Europe when he made the clinching putt at the Ryder Cup in 2012 outside of Chicago, capping off that huge comeback for the Europeans.
And it also started a resurgence in his game. We saw the best of Martin Kaymer once again in 2014 with the Players' Championship and a US Open.
Well, that was a big, bold strike, and now a chance for a big, bold move. Putt for eagle coming up. This requires a lot of speed through the ball. This is a pretty long putt here. You'd be happy to get this to within 2 or 3 feet. You really want to take the stress out of that next putt. Might be. Could be.
No, Rich, that was a huge putt. You don't expect to make them from that distance.
Standing over this putt, concentrating on the read. Nudge this one home, finish it up. Did the job right there. Moving on to the par 4 6th hole here at the birthplace of golf. This hole shares a green actually with the 12th. How do you work your way around this hole, Frank?
Some sort of tee shot, 3 bunkers that look like they're in the left center of the fairway and a series of bunkers down the right. So somehow bisect those, and then you set yourself up to a green with a false front.
Well, it looks as though they're going to need to use all their strength to sort of hack it out of that rough, missing it off the tee here. You have to think he'll be happy with that, given that it looked like it was headed right for the rough.
Yeah, it looked like that was the only place it was going to finish, but, well, it's a little bit unexplainable. Let's see what he does from here now. Lucky break.
Looking to keep it going here, Frank.
Yeah, another example of things just working as they should.
Seems to like it. Headed for the fat part of the green. That's well played. Now a good look at birdie. Second shot now for Martin Kaymer. Kaymer has a beautiful rhythmic putting stroke. This is a birdie bid. Just has the feel today. Good chance here. With authority, count it, as a par and 2 under. Now, 7th hole here at the old course, Frank.
Ideal line, just hit your tee shot over the march stone. The bunker on the 11th green actually often comes into play, called the shell bunker. So anything a little bit right of that, but very difficult green for the approach shot coming up.
That one is in the fairway, down there about 290 yards. Second shot. Good look at the green.
Well, that was almost like that's what he wanted to do, but why would you want it to run over the back?
Slight waggle, relaxed arms, ready to go. Not a single weakness today. What a performance. That one inside of 10 feet, really dialed in. You don't want to let this one get away. This is about concentration and focus at this point. Hard putt, soft hands, beautiful roll. Kaymer for birdie. Just an amazing display. The records continue to fall. Frank, now at the par 3 8th, and how challenging is this hole?
Well, it's called short on the scorecard, but massive green. The problem here is trying to hit it close. A lot of little subtle breaks and undulations in this green. Often you see long, long birdie putts here.
That's a solid shot here into the 8th hole, and a good chance now for another birdie. Good testing shot here from 200 yards to the flagstick. Frank, this is just a pleasure to watch. A player hitting on all cylinders at the top of his game.
Notice it's just flowing too. There's not a lot of deep analysis going through his mind. Just one step in front of the other. If your swing's there, you don't have to find it. If your putting stroke's there, you don't have to find it. Just let it happen.
Not a gimme, but well within his range. Really has a feel on these greens. That is another birdie. This is impressive. It's a big putt right here for birdie. Has it going, 3 under for the round. Always so important to finish your first 9 holes on a positive note here at the Open Championship.
Yeah, the 9th hole, this is the most extreme part, furthest away from the clubhouse, in the middle of the loop here. A good drive, though, that avoids those bunkers has every chance of finding this par 4 with your tee shot. That's an absolute beauty.
Chance to set himself up for a good scoring opportunity with his second shot here.
This looks like it's going to find the target.
Good clean contact and a nice result, and a chance for birdie coming up. Here's one of the game's great players, a major champion, a players champ, Martin Kaymer, ready with his approach. Locked in on the read and the speed.
Good read, good line, well played.
Birdie chance now for Jordan Spieth. Clean this up with a tap. Nice par to remain 3 under. Well, that was a nearly flawless performance on the front side, but Frank, we know it's an 18-hole game, isn't it?
That's right. Now's not the time to pat yourself on the back.
But this could be really good, Frank.
Oh, straight at it.
They'll be pretty happy with that 290-yard poke off the tee. Frank, this is a position where a player is absolutely licking his chops here. Good chance to make a birdie.
Yeah, this is when this game just looks like fun. Bunkers don't seem to be in play. The only thing you're really looking at right now is just the flag.
Really good distance control there, playing well to his strengths. Chance to get it close here. What makes the old course at St. Andrews so memorable is not just the round of golf, but it's the setting. It's the old town. It's people watching from the windows nearby. All of that makes it really a good experience. 18 feet from the bottom of the cup. Hard putt, soft hands, beautiful putt. Been pretty good all day from this distance, just trying to take care of business. This for par. That is a solid par putt. Hole number 11, the Eden, is really the finest medium-length one-shotter in all of golf, isn't it, Frank?
Well, this hole's been copied by many an architect for the reasons why it's normally very, very difficult to make a hole of this length, or should I say this short, so difficult. But they've managed to do that here at Eden with that Strath bunker in the front and the severe sloping on either side of that bunker.
Boy, that can really be brutal, can it?
It certainly does. And if you have any doubt there, you'll come unstuck at 11.
Another good swing, and it looks like, Frank, another really good shot. Early part of this back nine and a good approach shot. Now we'll have this for birdie. Well, bunker play is really about technique and feel. The two greatest ever are probably Gary Player and Seve Ballesteros. Seve actually was so good, he was so skilled, that he could open up a 3-iron, that's right, a 3-iron, on a short bunker shot from a greenside bunker and splash it to a couple of feet as if he had just used a 60-degree sandwich. Amazing. Kaymer trying to run another one in. This is for birdie. Well, that wasn't a gimme, but he sure made it look easy. -3 now for the round. Frank, how do you like the 12th hole here at St. Andrews?
Well, it's a beautiful par 4. You start to see the village of St. Andrews in the background, Eden Estuary to the right, and also decision time. If you're long enough, it's certainly worth having a crack at this par 4 with your tee shot. But if you're not a long hitter, then you've really got to worry about those 4 beautifully and well strategic positioned bunkers in the middle of the fairway.
That is tasty looking right there, Frank. Just a perfect spot in the fairway.
That is prime real estate. How do you get a lie like that? Seriously, you could hit any club from there.
Second shot now for Martin Kaymer. Oh, looked like he caught a flyer right there, Frank.
Well, I don't know what he caught, but this is way too much.
So the second of the par 4 goes begging, and now I'll have to rely on the short game.
Yeah, but a short game, as we all know, can redeem a lot of mistakes. Let's see if he does it here.
Frank, it hit the green, but just didn't have enough backspin.
Yeah, you wonder what he was thinking on that.
Frank, in golf, as we know, there's short grass and there's long grass. We all want to be in that short grass, but it doesn't always work out that way. So what's the most important element from the shot, from the rough?
You have to be a little bit more conservative first and foremost, because you can't guarantee a perfect strike out of the long grass. So therefore you have to look around the greens, maybe short, to the right, to the left, and realize what's involved. And also just give yourself a slightly bigger target.
Just needs to keep it steady here over the putt. Wow, I can't believe he found the cup on that one.
Clean up on aisle 5.
Jordan Spieth for par. Just a tap in to finish the hole. Now at -2 for the day. Frank, how about the bunkers here at 13? A rather ominous sounding name.
Yeah, the coffins, and they are that for a reason. If you finish up in there, well, the best you'll probably ever do is make a bogey, unless you're an absolute genius. That to be avoided, certainly off the tee. If you do, it's still a difficult hole. The second shot, unless you hit a perfect tee shot, will be blind.
Frank, not the longest hitter, but sometimes you win tournaments by putting it in a good spot, and that's where we are right here, 280 yards out.
Yeah, 280 down the middle of the fairway. That'll never get you in trouble.
Frank, really good chance from this position to make a birdie.
Yeah, really the only thing he's looking at right now is the flag. This is a green light special.
He's knocked it on the green, but not in a great position. This is a difficult chance coming up here. Long birdie try. Now playing the second here at the par 4.
Oh, solid strike right in the heart of the green.
This is a long putt. Really, the key is the speed. If it drops, that's a bonus.
That was cruel. That looked like it was certainly going in.
That's all he wanted to do there.
Yeah, it's touch. And when you think from that distance, chances of making are almost none. So to guarantee a 2-putt, well done.
Not a gimme, but well within his range. Starting to feel it now, 3 under. Getting set now over the putt. Just an amazing display. The records continue to fall. Frank, what are we looking at here at the big par 5 14th?
Out of bounds on the right, and those little series of pop bunkers called the birdies. Now, if you get in trouble here, you can bail out with your second shot down the left, which is the 4th fairway. That's one other option of playing this par 5. But a good tee shot, and you can certainly go at this for 2.
And the tee shot ends up in the bunker. That one is in the fairway, down there about 290 yards. All right, Frank, second shot.
Yeah, it looks like a good lie. Just take maybe half a club more than the distance allows. Still got to check the wind. Don't have to fly the ball all the way to the flag from here.
Out of the sand and back on the fairway.
Yeah, good shot. Just really utilized that little bit between the ears. Realized he couldn't reach the green and instead opted for fairway.
Right in the heart of the fairway, green light special. Offline, and I think that one's headed for the rough. Into the tall cabbage. That ball is swallowed up. Playing his third here at the par 5. He'll need to be strong with this.
There's a big green, and they're going to use every inch of it. This is like cyber vision. Shot after shot, right at the flag.
Just dialed in. Jordan Spieth grinding away. This is his fourth shot. This one just requires a little bit of focus. It's a good-looking putt right here. You might like it.
No, Rich, that was a huge putt. You don't expect to make them from that distance.
Kaymer trying to put that free-flowing putting stroke to good use. Has this for birdie. Always like to get to double figures under par. 10 under already. Frank, one of the things I always loved about links golf is that you're not aiming at a flagstick or a tree, but sometimes you're aiming for a steeple in the distance, and this is a good example here at the 15th.
Yeah, the church steeple is the exact line off the tee. That gives you sort of the center of the fairway. Really, you don't have to be overly bold off the tee. This is about just finding a nice flat lie for that second shot, because this is another difficult green that's well protected by just one little bunker that's in the front left that you don't think comes into play. But if your second shot doesn't land the right distance, more often than not, it just gets swallowed up by that. This is definitely not going down the fairway.
It doesn't look good. I think it's going to be in the deep rough. So that ball nestles down in the rough. Just got to weigh a little bit on that tee ball.
Whoop, this is taken off on a weird line.
And it's going to be in the rough, it looks like. Frank did the prudent thing there, didn't he?
Yeah. In the end, really, you could have turned that into a disaster instead. Actually, a good chance, really, to perhaps get away with par. Well, when you can't reach the green out of a fairway bunker, do the next best thing. That's put the ball in play. That's exactly what we just saw.
Smart shot. Frank, you like his chances to walk away with a par here?
Well, with a good shot, Rich, yeah, that's certainly on the cards in that. And you think you just write a par down at the end of the hole, don't tell anyone about it. It certainly won't affect the scorecard at the end of the day. So that's the goal right here.
He'll take that one all day long. Very solid, about 15 feet away. Third shot for Jordan Spieth. Locked in on the read and the speed. Just singes the edge, Frank.
Yeah, but at least he's burning the edges. You know you're hitting good putts.
This is a par attempt for Kaymer.
Oh, another one goes in.
So they'll tap in. So after all that, it's a bogey. 16th hole is a par 4 here at the old course, Frank, with another one of those sort of funky features.
Yes, a series of 3 bunkers called the Principal's Nose, plus that out of bounds on the right. So really err on the side of caution, avoiding both the out of bounds and the Principal's Nose. Nothing wrong with going a little bit left here, but the further left you go, then it makes that second shot that much harder because you'll have to bring it across that little pot bunker in the front called the Wig.
Frank, not overly long, but still a pretty good spot and in the fairway.
Yeah, that's in that 280 mark. There's a bunker over there.
I think he's headed for it. Frank, he is one of the longest hitters in the game, but at some point, you have to hit a fairway.
Yeah, he's certainly not the straightest. I think that was the bit you're going to put in the middle. Rich, with a lie like that on the rough, you're going to get too much grass between club face and ball. You're going to have to adjust for that and at least take a club or 2 more.
Good swing, good shot yet again. See if he can get this one to drop here at the 16th for a birdie. Second shot now for Martin Kaymer. Frank, I'm not saying he should pull out driver here, but this is a long putt.
Greens are fast, though. You never know. Good line, good pace. Might have a chance.
This one has a good line. Go ahead and do that. What a putt. Boy, this could be a tough one right here, Frank.
It's a very long putt, Rich. Obviously, it's difficult, but he still has a shot to sink this one for birdie.
Hard putt, soft hands, beautiful roll. Frank, so many famous landmarks on this hole. The hotel on the right, you want to avoid that. The bunker on the left, and then the stone wall beyond the road.
Yeah, there's all those features is one of the reasons why no one would be allowed to design a hole like this today. It also makes it not only unique, but I think that's the greatness of the hole, is that all those problems you're very aware of. It's just, can you avoid them?
That was just a beautiful drive. He hit it solid and right in the middle.
There's out of bounds over there.
He needs to get lucky. Into the thick stuff, that's a difficult lie. Now from a good position in the fairway, his second shot. Certainly had enough power, just didn't have any touch. Ball sitting down here in the rough. He's digging in. Coming out of the rough and right up next to the hole. Great knees, great hands in this shot.
Yeah, touch. You have to have that feel. You have something between the ball and the club face, so it's a different feel, but you also have to have imagination.
So Frank out of the bunker and back into play.
Yeah, the late Bobby Jones used to say the hardest shot in golf's always the next one. Well, by getting the ball back in play, he just made that a little easier.
Getting set now over the putt. Putting a good round together now at 4 under. Martin Kaymer eyeing this one for par. Just an amazing display. The records continue to fall. Frank, no ordinary finishing hole, is it?
The 18th is named Tom Morris, one of the greats of the game many a year ago. And of course, every great player has walked across Swilcan Bridge. You'll get the opportunity to do that after you hit that tee shot. If you're very long, you can drive this green, but avoid the Valley of Sin. Enjoy the walk all the way up golf's most famous finishing hole.
Final drive of the day, and makes it a good one in the fairway. Here's one of the game's great players, a major champion, a players' champ. Martin Kaymer ready with his approach. Another good swing, and it looks like, Frank, another really good shot. That will be a great look at birdie. Chance to set himself up for a good scoring opportunity with his second shot here. Shouldn't be a problem here, but not a formality either. Finished the round with a 67. This is a 9-footer. Clean this up with a tap. Did the job right there. Frank, that was just a dazzling display of golf today.
It's amazing how a game at times that can be so hard and just absolutely drive you crazy can appear to be so simple. This was just an absolute joy to watch today.
So that'll do it for Frank Nobilo and our entire team. I'm Rich Lerner.